back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I was able to create this full glam right here. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I was able to create this look, please keep watching. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's just jump right into the video. So the first thing that I'm going to start off with is my primer, and you guys know by now I love the Milk Hydro Grip primer. I feel like it just makes your skin super tacky, and that's what I like. I like for my skin to be a little bit on the tackier side when I apply my foundation. So I'm just going to do 3 drops, and I'm going to work that into my skin. Now I'm gonna let that kind of like dry down a little bit before I apply my foundation, just so it can really sink into my skin. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the eyebrows. I'm gonna take my Anastasia brush, and I'm gonna take my Anastasia dip brow. This is an angled eyebrow brush. I don't know what number this is. I got this years ago, but you could get it in the same aisle that you find the dip brow from, but the dip brow is in Ebony. I'm done my eyebrows. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the LA Girl Pro concealer, and I use the shade Chestnut, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take this little brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to use that to carve out my eyebrow. So I like to start underneath and then I go on top. So now that I'm done shaping out my eyebrows and just cleaning them up, I'm gonna take this to me is like a little blending brush from Real Techniques. This is what I use to kind of just blend out my concealer and just make sure everything is seamless and everything looks good. And I also like to dab like right in the center of my eyebrows and like right on the very start of my eyebrows, because I feel like this helps to make it look a little more natural too. I'm gonna take a bigger blending brush and I'm gonna go ahead and just further pat that into my skin, just making sure I get all the areas that I missed with the smaller brush. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead in with our foundation, and the foundation that I like to use is the foundation from Nars, and I'm in the shade Namibia. I really love this foundation because it's very buildable. So if you want something that's natural, you can get that with just a few pumps, and then if you want something that's full coverage, you keep building up. So this is good if you want something natural, and if you want something that's really like full coverage. So you're able to pick and choose what type of look you want with this foundation, and that's why I really love it. And then another trick that I like to do is when I pump out my foundation, I like to drag it down because I feel like it just gives a flawless finish rather than just going in and patting it right after you pump the foundation out. So always make sure you drag it down. I feel like it just makes it easier to blend out. I love applying two concealers. I like applying my base of a concealer, that's what I call it. I like to apply the concealer that's, you know, closest to my skin tone or closest to my foundation, but it's like 2 shades above it, so it's not like a highlight shade. Then for the second concealer that I applied, that's going to be my highlight shade. That's what's really going to bring my under eye out, and that's what's going to give it that brighter effect and that brighter look. So I'm taking that LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Chestnut that I had on the back of my hand. I had a little bit more, so I just took the rest of it, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that right in the inner corner. And I'm really making sure I go like really in my inner corner and just like to my outer corner, because I don't sleep. okay? I have not been sleeping and I feel like I have bags under my eyes. We're gonna apply some on our forehead, but we're gonna put some on our chin and then on our nose. So I'm gonna use this Tarte concealer, the Shape Tape, and this is in the shade 53 and Deep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply just a little bit right here in the inner corner. And then for our contour, we're going to use the same old matchstick in the shade Ebony from Fenty Beauty. What I like to do is I like for my concealer to get a bit tacky, so I blend out my contour before I blend out my concealer. So I'm going to take this brush from Real Technique, but this is their contour brush, so I'm just going to go ahead and I like to pat my concealer in. I don't like to rub it in, I like to pat it. I'm going to take this setting brush from Real Techniques. All my brushes are from Real Techniques or either e.l.f. I feel like they have the best brushes, and Morphe too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pat that and blend. And I also like to place that concealer shade on my eyelid as well. And then now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take the other side of my beauty blender and I'm going to further blend everything in just to make sure everything looks seamless and everything kind of is like blended in and meshed well together. So now we're gonna go ahead and set our face. What I like to use is the Mercier translucent powder, and this is in the shade medium deep. I feel like this powder works so good. I've never gotten flashback with this. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and take my beauty blender and I tap it, and then I blow away the excess, and then I go ahead and I place that wherever I place my concealer. I'm not baking. All I'm doing is I'm placing it and I'm pushing it. Oh, I just went in my eye. And I'm patting it into my skin. And then we're gonna cut our cheek. So after we're done that, what I like to do is I like to go in with my Fenty Beauty contour shade, and this is a Mocha Mami. I love this shade. I feel like it has the right amount of red undertone, but then like it's not too much. It still gives you that nice warmth. So I just go ahead and I like to go in swirly motions. I like to pat and then go in swirly motion. And then I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose. And then we're just gonna blend everything. So I also like to go in with the Sasha Buttercup. I like to just apply a little bit because I'm dark skinned and I don't like to apply Sasha Buttercup too much because I don't want it to leave like a white cast. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit in my inner corner because that's where I want it to be the brightest. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I take my setting brush and I'm just gonna kind of blend it in. So now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna set my face, and I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So now that we already set our face, we're gonna go ahead and do some eyeshadow. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I'm just going to apply like a neutral shade. This is the Sahara blush palette from Juvia's Place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this shade right here called Neo. I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm going to go ahead and apply that. And I'm being really light-handed because this shade is very pigmented. And then I'm going to take some and pat it onto my actual eyelid. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And the number one tip is you just want to be very light-handed. Like you want to start in the middle of your eyelid and you want to work your way into the inner corner. You want to make sure you're being very light-handed. That's how you get like the smoothest blend. And that's it. Just something real calm, real natural, just to pop out the eye a little bit. So now we're gonna get into blush. So the blush that I like to use is this shade right here, and it's called Abby. I'm gonna take a little bit of that and apply that right here. You only need a little bit because it's super pigmented as well. So now we're gonna go ahead and apply our lashes. I got these lashes. These are some old lashes that I've had, honestly. I have not had time to go out and repurchase new lashes, but this just shows you how durable hair store lashes be. Like, you could reuse them so many times and they're still good. You just gotta pluck away the glue and you're good. So now we're going to take the Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that onto my top and my bottom lashes. Now we're going to take the Anastasia Glow Kit, and we're going to go in with this shade right here. I'm going to apply some on my nose. Now we're gonna get into our lips. So I always line my lips with a brown lip liner. I feel like it just makes my lips look so much more plump. And I got this from the hair store. This was only $1. And then for lipstick, we're going to use the Fenty Beauty in Hot Chocolate. And then we're going to go ahead and spray our face one more time. This is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found all my tips and tricks helpful as to how I create this look. I'll link everything down in the description box below as always. So thanks so much for tuning in, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.